Elon Musk is back in the spotlight with his latest brainchild, XAI. They've just unleashed GROK 2, a new AI that's turning heads and raising eyebrows. What sets GROK 2 apart is its wild freedom. Unlike other AI models that are all tied up in knots with rules and restrictions, this bad boy can pretty much do whatever it wants. I mean, we're talking no filters, no censorship, and zero holds barred. People are already losing their minds over the crazy stuff it's creating. Let's dive into some of these mind-blowing examples. So, Elon and his crew at XAI just dropped GROK 2, and it's been less than 2 years since they even started the company. That's crazy fast. Not only that, but this thing is actually holding its own against the big dogs like GPT-4 from OpenAI and Google's Gemini. They've been putting GROK 2 to the test against these other super smart AI bots. Guess what? It's not just hanging in there, it's actually kicking butt in some areas. There's this thing called an LO score, like in chess, but for AI, and GROK 2 is climbing up those ranks pretty quick. They've been comparing these AI brains on a test called GPQA, which is basically a super hard science quiz. GROK 2 crushed it, got a score of 56%, while GPT-4 Turbo only managed 48%. On the other hand, Claude 3.5 Sonnet scored 59.6%. That's a huge deal. It's also killing it at math problems too. So those little differences in scores might not seem like a big deal, but trust me, in the world of super smart AI, every tiny bit counts. It means GROK 2 is really good at understanding stuff and solving problems. And it's not just about school quizzes. They tested it on something called MMMLU, which is basically a giant test of all sorts of knowledge. GROK 2 got an 87.5%, beating out GPT-4 Turbo, 86.5%, and Gemini, 85.9%. That's pretty impressive. The cool thing is, GROK 2 isn't just about spitting out text. It can do a bunch of other stuff too. And it can look at what's happening right now on X, the platform that used to be Twitter. So it's always up to date with the latest news and trends. This makes it super useful for things that change really fast. XAI also whipped up a smaller version of GROK 2 called GROK 2 Mini. It's like the little brother that's still super smart. This one is all about speed. It can think and answer super fast, which is perfect for when you need an answer right now. Don't let its size fool you. GROK 2 Mini can still hang with the big dogs. In fact, it beat out Claude 3.5 Sonnet in math. That's like the little kid winning the math contest. These GROK models are like the superheroes of the AI world. They're showing everyone else how it's done. XAI put them through the ringer with all sorts of tests, and they came out on top. So they put GROK 2 to the ultimate coding test, called the Human Evil Benchmark. Basically, it's like checking if the AI can write perfect Python code. GROK 2 did pretty well, scoring 88.4%. It's not quite as good as GPT-4 Turbo, 90.2%, but it still beat out Claude 3.0, 84.9%. This proves that GROK 2 isn't just a smart talker, it's also a coding whiz. It can handle real-world coding problems like a champ. GROK 2 is not just a wordsmith, it can also see. They tested it on Math Vista, which is like giving an AI a math word problem with a picture. GROK 2 got a 69%, blowing past GPT-4 Turbo, 58.1%, and even Claude 3.5 Sonnet, 67.7%. It's also really good at answering questions based on documents, scoring 93.6%, just behind Claude 3.5 Sonnet's 95.2%. GROK 2 is like the all-star athlete of AI. Good at everything. It's crazy how it's beating older, more experienced AI models. But here's the thing. While GROK 2 is super smart, it also has a wild side. Unlike other AI that are all about being polite, GROK 2 lets you make any image you want, even if it's mean or hurtful. People have been using it to make fake, scary pictures of famous people. For example, they made pictures of Donald Trump and Kamala Harris in a fake plane crash, or Barack Obama threatening Joe Biden. This is super dangerous because it can spread fake news and hurt people's reputations. The big problem that needs to be fixed. GROK 2's wild child approach to image generation is a total 180 from other AI models. Companies like OpenAI are super strict about what their AI can create. They won't even make pictures of real people. But GROK 2? It's like the rebellious teen of AI. It'll make anything you ask, no matter how weird or wrong it is. People are using it to make fake, crazy pictures, famous people doing awful things. This is a huge problem because it's easy to trick people with these fake images. Because of this, GROK 2 is probably going to get a lot of heat from governments, especially places like Europe, where they're really strict about online safety. It's going to be interesting to see what happens next. GROK 2 is in a heap of trouble. There are these new rules coming out in Europe and the UK called the Digital Safety Act and the Online Safety Act. These laws are basically saying, hey, you can't just let your AI do whatever it wants. GROK 2's wild free spirit is going to get it in hot water. Elon Musk is all about doing things his way. He wants AI to be totally open and free, just like his platform X. But the real world doesn't work that way. There are rules, and breaking them can get you in big trouble. XAI, the company behind GROK 2, has already had a run-in with the law in Europe. They got in trouble for using people's data without asking. This shows that even Elon Musk can't just ignore the rules. Going to be a bumpy ride for GROK 2 and XAI. Elon Musk isn't backing down. Despite the controversies and regulatory hurdles, he's full steam ahead with GROK 2. Later this month, developers will get their hands on it through a new enterprise API. This means businesses can start plugging GROK 2 into their own apps and services. It's like opening up a playground for tech wizards. To make things even better, XAI has beefed up security with multi-factor authentication and designed the API to work super fast no matter where you are in the world. This speed and security combo is a big deal for companies that need their AI to be on top of its game all the time. What really sets GROK 2 apart is its brains. Built on a fancy new tech platform that lets it think and respond lightning fast, no matter how many people are using it at once. And it's gotten a lot smarter at following orders and giving accurate answers. One of the biggest problems with AI is that they sometimes make stuff up. But the GROK 2 team has been working hard to fix that. They want to make sure GROK 2 is as reliable as possible, especially for jobs that need super accurate information. GROK 2 is also a whiz at solving complex puzzles. Can think through multiple steps and combine information from different places. This makes it perfect for helping people make tough decisions or find creative solutions to problems. Alright, so what do you think about this GROK 2 thing? Are you pumped about all the amazing stuff it can do? Or are you freaking out about the potential for disaster? Either way, it's clear that this AI is shaking things up big time. We're just at the beginning of this AI journey, and there's going to be a roller coaster of twists and turns ahead. So, make sure you're buckled in and ready for the ride. If you liked this deep dive into GROK 2, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. We've got more AI madness coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.